Hello everybody. Okay, this video I'm going to dedicate it so there is no confusion in here about the convention that we should use in order to define if the machine that we are using it's clockwise or counterclockwise rotation. And I'm going to use the same type of convention that exists from engineering point on any machine that has a rotary shaft, and where that shaft, either if it is a motor where we take the mechanical power from it, or if it is a pump where we input the rotation from it. And the way this convention works is based on the follow my cursor here, from the power takeoff shaft end. So in this case, this is the part of the shaft that is elongated, and that's where we connect our future prime mover, which is the little motor that we're going to connect here. So we always face it like that. We don't go on the bottom, because the bottom, it doesn't have any shaft. We don't put any force, we don't take off any force, we don't input force. So this applies for everything, every machine that has a shaft on it, and we go by by looking at the front shaft. When it says looking at the front shaft, it refers at the part of the shaft where we take in the power or inputting the power of rotation. Okay, so right now I have the positive brush, the commutation brush, set at number 1 segment. Okay, and so if we go, I'm going to clear the issue that I showed on my previous video, where I showed the bottom of it, which is running counterclockwise. So here I'm going to apply the convention here on the shaft, looking at from the front of the shaft. We are gonna go clockwise. So the brush is going to enter on the positive quadrant from 1 to 8. So now I'm going to reverse the whole assembly, and let's look at what's happening in the negative side. So we see here that if it follows its rotation, which here is counterclockwise, so it goes from 1 to 8. That means it's also on a positive quadrant from 1 to 8. Okay, so I continue the rotation until I get to 8. And on 8, the negative is going to enter a reverse quadrant, meaning from 8 to 1. And now, when I go back to the front side of the assembly, we see that the positive brush, let me get a better view here. The positive brush is going to enter, if it keeps going clockwise like we're doing it here, it's going to enter a negative or reverse quadrant from 8 to 1. So both brushes, no matter if we look at it the other way or this way, front shaft still is going to do the same sequence. Okay, now we would have a problem if this brush is sweeping on a positive or forward quadrant, and the other one is doing it on the negative side or reverse quadrant. Now, because then we'll have a problem. They will never align, and they will never activate the coils properly. So yeah, so this was pending on let me get some motion here so you see that it's still going clockwise, and no matter what, it's going into the negative quadrant. So it gets all the way up to number 1 again. And now it's going to enter a positive or forward quadrant. Okay, now let's go to the bottom, and we are going to see, let me just pivot the image a little bit so you guys have a better view. So you see right here, it's going to enter the negative, is going to enter a positive quadrant. Okay, so until it gets to 8. Now on 8 is the last of the fourth quadrant, so it repeats the cycle. Now it has finished here 2 cycles actually. So right now the positive brush is going to enter the reverse quadrant. Okay, it just finished the positive, it's going to enter on the reverse one, and here we have the same situation. Remember, this negative brush goes counterclockwise, so here is going to enter from 8 to 1 if I keep the rotation. Okay, and then I stop as soon as I get to 1 again. Now if we go to the other side, the positive brush is exactly at 1 as well, and it's going to enter the last of the forward quadrants. So it's going 1 to 8, and we're gonna perceive this movement as a clockwise rotation. So I don't want confusion here, and every time you have confusion, you can turn back to this video and watch it, because it'll clear all doubts. So that no matter if we have the commutators, the PCB boards opposite, we'll still got the sequence perfectly aligned. Again, that has to be, the boards has to be perfectly aligned. And we were here, and we see the negative rotating brush is going to enter now a negative. I'm sorry, it's going to enter a negative this way, because it's going to go counterclockwise, and here it was going to enter on the clockwise. It's going to enter a negative quadrant, which is right here, from 8 to 1. So we just complete the cycle by finish rotating the rotor, and that's it. It's going to enter from 8 to 1 until it completes the movement. So that means that everything is fine. It's not going to affect that. Now, what we do have to have in mind at the time of connecting to the coils, to the exciting coils, sequential coils, is the fact, again, I'll repeat, 1 is here, 8 is here. 8 is here on the positive, 1 is here on the negative. So the numbers are reversed here, and that's just a matter of connecting to the coils. That has nothing to do with the machine. The machine is perfect. So it's just your connections has to be properly done to the coils, so that we have a perfect scenario here. Now I'm gonna do a quick run on rotation from our convention. That's going through the front shaft to the part that we inject the input, in this case, the rotation. And we have the brush again at 1. Now, I'm going to, at 1, remember 1 here is double. So these two commutator segments, I'm sorry, these two commutator segments are ones right here. So, and here are repeated as well, and the 8s are repeated on both ends. So now we're gonna do, looking from the front shaft, counterclockwise. So we're gonna go like this. Now the positive brush is entering a positive, a forward quadrant from 1 to 8. Okay, so let's look at the other side now. The negative brush, okay, let me put it in motion. Now this negative side is rotating clockwise. The other one is counter, this one is counterclockwise. I'm sorry, this one is clockwise. So it's going to be entering another positive quadrant. So let me go back again so there's no doubt. You guys can reverse these. So it's going on a positive all the way until it gets to 8. I'm gonna stop it right here. I'm gonna go back a frame, a little frame, so I put it in the center of both. Okay, so this one is going counterclockwise, the convention that we take. So we're gonna go now on the other side. And we see here the brush is going, this side is going clockwise, the negative side now. So this is going to be entering on this quadrant right here, which is from 8 to 1. So this clear all doubts that, you know, that no matter the rotation, you will still get the same results, which is an alternated cycle of at the same time, at unison, both, and that will be exciting the coils, because that will be applying the positive and the negative on the row of coils. All right, guys, don't want to make that video too long. Thanks for watching. Goodbye.